Hey people, FlyingSoul still live from Casorzo. We are in Italy now. As I told you from the last video, I'm gonna spend here a few weeks in Italy, and just surfing on the internet I found this place which is very interesting, and it's like in about 1 hour and a half from my native town, from Turin. And we are in the province of Asti, it's called. And this is something unique in the world, and I discovered it, which was really interesting, and it's called the double tree of happiness. Why about that? Well, actually it's unique because this is a tree. It's actually one cherry trees that grew inside a mulberry tree. So there are two trees, one inside of the other. Such type of trees are called epiphytes, and they are like not really uncommon in the world, but usually this kind of situation happens that the second tree that grows inside the other, doesn't last long, many years, and usually it's very small. But this is the only case documented in the world where the two trees became big. Probably is 5 meters tall, so, well, it's quite nice. Now I'm gonna show you better from closer, because from here you can't understand that actually there are two trees, but you will understand it later. So this tree grew inside a private property actually, but they decided to make it like possible to visit for tourists. As you can see here, around here there's nothing. It's just countryside, totally countryside. It's also quite beautiful in terms of landscapes. So this is the tree, and I show you now that inside you can see there are different. So that one that you see in the middle, this is a cherry tree, and this one is a mulberry. So the cherry trees, it's grew up inside, and so this is totally natural. So it wasn't human intervention here, because probably some kind of birds left here seeds that start to grow up inside of this tree. And now most probably the roots of the cherry trees, they in some way are inside. They just goes inside the mulberry trees and goes to the soil, because otherwise it would be impossible to grow up that big and strong. So, well, I think it's quite interesting. The nature around here is just simply awesome, beautiful. Over there you can see there is a castle. There are a lot of castles around here, this region. Over there is a small town, some villages. So the nature is also beautiful. Here it's quite, I wouldn't say fresh today, because there is a little bit of humidity, which is quite typical for this region. So I just wanted to tell you that, yeah, of course, to see better the difference between the two trees, you should come here in spring, at the beginning of the spring, because the mulberry tree still doesn't have any leaves, but the cherries already is a blossom. So it's amazing. So anyway, from Casorzo, that's all. I hope you like it. Maybe this curiosity could be interesting for you. See you for the next video. Stay tuned and subscribe.